Hello there. In light of the incredibly depressing video I made earlier about decapitated babies in Israel, I thought I'd lighten the mood a little bit and cheer everyone up by talking about assassination. Um, so, political assassinations by the deep state, and they get away with it because they just say, "Oh, one day we'll release all the information," and then they just don't. And I said, "We'll wait for all of you to die and all your children to die, and then we'll release the information." Anyway, so the character assassination has become the modus operandus, is that the correct term? The preferred method for a while now, and it has been working quite well. So instead of making somebody a martyr by killing them, you ruin their reputation by just telling lies about them constantly, and that seems to work just as well. And you don't have to deal with a martyr. People just eventually just start believing the lies. Lying is a very, very powerful weapon to use indeed. So but I'm beginning to think that there's an awful lot of people now that they're going to become impervious to the character assassination, to the propaganda, because they're just going, yeah, whatever. Yeah, like I used to say, if Trump cured cancer, they would attack him and say that he was a homophobe because he deliberately didn't cure AIDS because he hates the gays. That would be the media narrative. So, but I think it's not working so well. So I'm wondering whether or not they might consider going back to the old school way of bendy bullets and stuff like that. So I'm going to mention 3 people, and I'll let you guys decide whether you think they're valid and maybe put them in order, which one you think is more likely. Now, the first one is the most obvious one, and that is Mr. Donald Trump, the ex-president. And I know that he's very careful about what he eats, isn't he? He used to eat only fast food because the food was already prepared, and he was paranoid about people putting stuff in his food. And I heard earlier that it's something like he opens a fresh bottle of ketchup every time he wants ketchup, just in case it had been tampered with in somehow. So he's pretty paranoid about it. And actually, there was a little tangent there. It was King Louis the 59th or whatever of France who created vichyssoise, which is a chilled leek and potato soup. Because he was so paranoid, he had several tasters, so this piping hot leek and potato soup would be passed down, and by the time it got through all the tasters and got to him, it was cold, and he quite liked it. And if you want to know how to make vichyssoise soup, hop on over to my other channel, Uncle Matt's Cookery Lessons, vichyssoise. Good video. Anyway, bit of shilling for myself. And so yeah, Donald Trump is obvious one, right? But then they really would martyr him, and I'm wondering, it would be worth doing, I guess, from their point of view, if they could then get the Republican Party to select somebody that's more likely to sort of be not necessarily a rhino. I'm thinking of Ron DeSantis, and I don't want to wind people up here because he's obviously a brilliant governor, but you do get the feeling that he would play ball a bit, and he would try to negotiate and sort of work within the system, and nothing really would change, I don't think. So I suppose they would like him, but if they went with somebody that would appeal to the MAGA base more, like Carrie Lake or Vivek Ramaswamy, or maybe even Matt Gaetz, he'd be very popular, wouldn't he? So I don't think it'll be him. I think it's too obvious. So the next one I mention is somebody that knows a little bit about assassinations, because both his dad and his uncle, and that is Robert Kennedy Jr. And because with him running as an independent, or maybe libertarian, I think it'd be independent, he's going to take a lot of votes away from Biden, from the DNC, isn't he? Because the people that are already voting for Trump, they're not going to vote for him. But there's a lot of people on the other side that can't stand the DNC, but they couldn't bring themselves to vote for Trump. They couldn't hold their nose and, go through with it. So he would be, I think, perfect. And I think he would effectively hand the White House to Trump, even with the superior fortification and rigging and outright cheating that will be going on in this next election. That's another one. Somebody should walk past and think I'm weird. And so I think he's I think he's a prime candidate for a bit of the old bendy bullet stuff. And my third and final suggestion, and this one's just sort of occurred to me the other day, earlier today, would be Joe Biden himself. What better way of rallying the base? You know, like you'd be able to blame it, of course, on extremist MAGA people. Use all of your propaganda tools. I hope I'm not giving them ideas. Don't watch this if you're deep state. Well, sorry, no, you won't see it because YouTube shadow bans this channel. But yeah, the more I think about it, it really works, doesn't it? Because they would then be able to bring in someone like Gavin Newsom, you know, the smooth-talking psychopath from California, who really is Patrick Bateman, the American Psycho, isn't he? And I think they might have to take out the cackler with Biden, so it might have to be some sort of bomb. But yeah, they would really rally everyone around it, wouldn't they? And get everyone motivated to go and vote for the old American Psycho. God, I hope I haven't given them the idea. I'm sure that Biden wouldn't like that idea, but he's a puppet anyway, and he doesn't really know what's going on. He'd be quite easy to take out. That's it, really. So I thought a bit of fun to lighten the mood, a bit of levity for you there. Yeah, let me know in order which one's most likely, and any other suggestions that you think might get taken out. And to people watching, this is just fun. This is just satire. YouTube. This isn't me asking. I'm not suggesting anybody gets offed here. It's purely satire and joke. All right. Then. See you soon. Bye.